Hi guys, so in this video, we will discuss the chapter 21 of your book, which is investment property. Okay? The related standard with regards to this topic is PES 40. Okay, latag natin yung learning objectives natin. Una, define investment property. Okay, nagkaroon lang tayo ng konting overview. Ang investment property are your land and building. Land or building na hindi mo ginamit sa production or hindi mo ginamit as pambenta. So land and building lang land and building. Hindi ko ginamit pambenta, hindi ko ginamit sa production. Okay, so magpo-fall siya under investment property. So state the initial and subsequent measurements of investment property. Okay, meron tayong dalawang measurement basis dito, fair value and cost. Mamaya discuss natin siya. And next, apply the fair value model of accounting for investment property. And last, account for transfers to or from the investment property classification. Ano tong mga example ng transfers natin? Dati ginagamit ko sa production yung land or building ko. Okay? Ngayon, ayaw ko nang gamitin sa production. Gamitin ko na sa investment property. O kaya dating investment property siya, gusto ko na siyang gamitin sa production. Okay, ito, binebenta ko siya dati, inventory, the ordinary course of business. Pero ayoko nang gamitin na pambenta, i-classify ko na lang siyang investment property and vice versa. Investment property siya dati pero gusto ko na siyang gamitin na pambenta. Yan, mga transfers. So pag-usapan natin yan mamaya. So punta muna tayo sa investment property. What is the definition of your investment property daw? Investment property is property. Take note, land or building. Okay? Or a part of a building or both. Ano ba daw? Held to earn rentals. Or, ano daw? Ginagamit mo to earn rentals or for capital appreciation. Wala kang intention, okay? For rental, pero wala, hinihintay mo lang tumaas yung value. Capital appreciation or both rather than for use in the production or supply of goods or sale in the ordinary course of business. Okay, land or building, take note na hindi mo ginamit sa production, land or building na hindi mo ginamit na pambenta in the ordinary course of business. Magpo-fall siya under investment property. Okay? So investment property versus PPE, ang investment property ginagamit mo to earn rentals or for capital appreciation, sinabi na natin yan kanina. PPE or owner-occupied property ginagamit mo sa production, alam na natin yan. Next, generates cash flows ang investment property daw largely independently, okay, of the other assets held by the entity. Ang owner-occupied or PPE naman daw generates cash flows in conjunction with the other assets by an entity. Okay, ginagamit mo lang siya sa production to generate cash flow. Pero si investment property, okay, pwede mo daw siyang gamitin for independently as a form, okay, as other source of your income. Bakit? Through capital appreciation or through rentals. Ang owner-occupied, ginagamit mo sa production to produce generally inventory mo, di ba? Okay. So ito, investment property includes only land and building. Take note, land and building lang pinag-uusapan natin dito, hindi kasama ang machinery. Okay? So owner-occupied may include assets other than land and buildings. So, kasama rin si machinery dito. So investment property accounted for PAS 40, sabi natin yan kanina. Accounted for PAS 60 naman si PPE. So alam na natin yan. Okay, next, examples of investment property. Ito, letter A. Land held for long-term capital appreciation rather than for short-term sale in the ordinary course of business. Alam na natin yan, pinag-usapan natin kanina, ginagamit for capital appreciation, hindi siya ginagamit sa ordinary course of business. Kasi kung ginagamit, binebenta sa ordinary course of business, inventory siya. Okay, land held for currently undetermined future use, hindi mo alam kung pambenta, di mo alam kung gagamitin mo sa production. Okay? So magpo-fall siya under investment property. Next, letter C, a building owned by the entity or by the entity under a finance lease and leased out under one or more operating leases. Ang gulo. Sir, bakit may finance lease? Bakit may operating lease? Ito na lang. So, wag muna natin pag-usapan yung accounting point of view. Okay? Tingnan na lang natin sa actual. Okay? Ang finance lease, ito yung parang rent to own. Kaya finance lease. Kaya sabi dito, held by the entity. Okay? So, parang, anong tawag doon? Yung property na nirerentahan mo, finance lease, eventually, at the end of the lease term, mapapasayo yung property. Okay? Kaya, ang tawag sa lease na yon, finance lease. Ano naman yung operating lease? Pinaparentahan mo for the purpose of operating lang. Okay, hindi mapupunta, hindi mata-turn over yung ownership doon sa pinagpaparentahan mo. Okay, kaya operating lease lang. Ano daw yung pasok as an investment property? Okay, may property ka na naka-finance lease. Okay, so eventually mapapasayo yung property. Okay, pinaparentahan mo daw. Okay, pinaparentahan mo under operating lease. Take note finance lease, pinaparentahan mo operating lease. Hindi mo pinaparentahan, okay, para mapunta doon sa pinagpaparentahan mo yung ownership. Okay, pinaparentahan mo lang kasi for purposes of operating lang. Okay, kaya operating lease. Pamo yan finance lease versus operating lease. Finance lease, ulitin natin, mapapasayo yung property at the end of the lease term. Operating, hindi mapapasayo. Parang nagre-renta ka lang ng space. Ganun. Okay? Finance lease and operating lease. So, ang pasok sa investment property, pinaparentahan mo lang na hindi mata-turn over yung ownership doon sa pinagpaparentahan mo. Okay? So, next, building that is vacant but is held to be leased out under one or more operating leases. Take note pinapalis out mo lang under operating lease. Kasi kung pinalis mo under finance lease, okay, hindi na siya investment property. Okay? Take note, operating lease lang yung pasok sa investment property. And next, last, property that is being constructed or developed for future use as, take note, investment property. Okay? So, walang intended purpose kung gagamitin mo sa production or pambenta mo. Okay? For future use as investment property. Next, examples of items that are not investment property. Ito, property intended for sale in the ordinary course of business or property acquired exclusively with a view to subsequent disposal in the near future or for development and resale. Sinabi na natin yan. Inventory kasi yan. Okay, next. Property being constructed or developed on behalf of third parties. Okay? Ano to? Contractor ka. Okay? Contractor ka. So, ang point of view mo dito, contractor ka. So, hindi siya investment property kasi source of income mo yun. So, anong applicable standard na mag-govern doon? So, PFRS 15 or revenue from contracts with customers. Okay? So yun, dun siya papasok, hindi siya investment property. So, next, owner-occupied. Okay? PAS 16. And owner-occupied property awaiting disposal. Ano yan? PFRS 5 na yan. Non-current asset held for sale. Okay? Awaiting disposal na eh. So, hindi na siya PAS 16. Hindi rin siya PAS 40. PFRS 5. Okay? Non-current asset held for sale. So, next, property that is leased to another entity under a finance lease. Take note, ang pasok lang as an investment property, pinapalis mo yung property under operating lease. Okay? Hindi finance lease. Next, property that is partly investment property and partly owner-occupied. Okay? Anong example nito? May building ka. Sa ground floor, kunwari, nandoon yung production. Doon sa taas, wala kang intention na gamitin. Okay? So, pinapa-list out mo lang under operating lease. So, ano siya? Anong tawag doon? Yung sa baba, PPE. Yung sa taas, dahil pinapa-list out mo lang under operating lease, classification niya investment property. So, partly owner-occupied, partly investment property. So, ito, if the portions could be sold separately or leased out separately under finance lease, an entity accounts for the portion separately. The portion being rented out under operating lease classified as investment property. Sinabi na natin yan. And the portion used as owner-occupied is classified as PPE. Kasabi lang din natin kanina. If the portions could not be sold separately, okay, hindi mo ma-identify yung hatian nila. Okay, the property is investment property only if an insignificant portion is held for use in the production. or supply of goods or services or for administrative purposes. Next, if the owner-occupied portion is significant, the entire property is classified as property, plant, and equipment. Kung sa bullet point number 1, okay, alam mo, identifiable kung ilan square meters yung ginagamit mo sa production at identifiable yung ginagamit mo pang renta, pang operating lease. Yung sa baba naman, okay, merong, anong tawag doon? 99% ginagamit mo sa production. Yung 1% lang yung pinaparentahan mo. O yan, insignificant portion, yung investment property. So, saan siya papasok? Okay. Property, plant, and equipment. Kasi 99% ginagamit mo sa production. 1% ginagamit mo sa investment property. O kaya, balik ta rin natin. Yung 99% ng property is pinaparentahan mo. Pero yung 1% ginagamit mo sa production. Ano daw classification natin? Insignificant yung PPE. So, anong classification niya? Investment property. Yan lang yung gusto niyang sabihin dito. Next, ancillary services to occupants. Ano tong ancillary services? For example, sa tenants mo, nagpo-provide ka ng janitorial services. Sa tenants mo, nagpo-provide ka ng security. May security guard. Okay? Sabi niyo dito, when ancillary services are provided to the occupants of a property held, the property is classified as investment property if the services are insignificant to the arrangement as a whole. Okay. Clear tayo dun ha. So, kunwari, for example, may investment property ka. Insignificant naman yung portion ng binabayad mo sa security guard o kaya sa janitorial, okay, investment property siya. Pero ganito, ito na lang. Bigyan pa kita ng isang scenario. Nagpaparenta ka nga ng property. Pero required bayaran nung tenant mo or nung client mo yung services mo. Okay? Doon sa investment property, hindi siya required bayaran kaya insignificant lang yung portion. Kaya investment property siya. E paano pag ganito? Okay? Nagpaparenta ka nga. Kaya lang, may bayad yung anong tawag doon, may bayad, may allocation, yung bayad sa security guard. Ano pa, nagpamasahe ka, may bayad yung services. Nung nagmasahe sa'yo dun sa hotel, for example, nagpaparenta ka, okay? So, hindi yung investment property. Bakit? Ang line of business mo kasi services. Okay? So, hindi siya magpo-fall as investment property. Kung majority portion ng ancillary services mo significant. Okay? Nagpamasahe ka, anong tawag doon? Ano pa ba yung mga ginagawa sa hotel? Ayun, binabayaran mo yung services kasi. Okay? So, yung services na yun, dahil significant portion ng income mo yung services, hindi siya pasok as investment property. Okay? Clear tayo dun ha. Next measurement, initially at cost, subsequent measurement, either cost or fair value model. O, yun lang tayo ha. Initial cost, okay, subsequent cost or fair value model. Okay, so kung cost model, nagde-depreciate ka. Fair value, tinitingnan mo yung changes in fair value. Next, the following are excluded from the cost of investment property. Okay, take note, startup costs, operating losses. Okay, hindi siya part ng initial measurement ng investment property mo. Next, abnormal amounts of wasted materials. Kung familiar ka doon sa inventory mo, okay, na-encounter mo na siguro si abnormal losses at si normal losses. Okay, so para magkaroon lang tayo ng overview. Anong difference ni abnormal at normal losses doon sa inventory mo? Si normal losses, generally, yun, anong mga example ng normal losses mo? Yung nature ng product, ang tawag doon, yung nature ng product, madaling mapanis, ganun, di ba? O kaya nature ng product, talagang may nasasayang, nagkakaroon ka ng losses due to normal circumstances. Kaya generally, nire-recognize mo siya as normal loss, part or recognize as cost of goods sold. Di ba? Alala mo yon sa inventory. Sa inventory, ulitin natin, pag normal loss, di ba? Hindi mo siya ine-expense. Nang ginagawa mo, sinacharge mo siya sa cost of goods sold. Kasi normal lang tuon sa entity na magkaroon ng losses. Ano naman tong abnormal loss or abnormal amounts of wasted material? Ito yung example mo doon sa inventory dati, nagkaroon ng theft. Di ba? Abnormal. Nang ginagawa mo, sinacharge mo ba sa COGS? Hindi. Expense immediately ang abnormal loss. Naalala mo yun. Okay, so ganun lang siya. Abnormal loss, sabi dito, expense immediately. Okay? Parang sa inventory mo lang. In-expense immediately mo yung mga abnormal losses mo. Okay? Next, property interest on operating lease. If a property interest in an operating lease is classified as investment property, all items of investment property shall be measured under the fair value model. Okay? Property interest. Meron kang share, okay? So ito, all items of investment property is measured under fair value model. Okay, next, change in accounting policy. A change from the cost model to the fair value model is accounted for prospectively. Okay? Prospectively. Change in accounting policy kasi. Kaya prospective application tayo. A change from the fair value, take note, ang okay lang na, ang pwede lang na magkaroon ng change in policy is from cost model to fair value. Pero pag fair value to cost, hindi siya permitted. Okay, pinagbabawal siya ng standard. Okay, yun lang. Next, determining fair value. Okay, PAS 40 requires all entities to determine the fair value of investment property whether it uses the cost model or fair value model. Fair values determined are used for measurement and disclosure purposes if the entity uses the fair value model. And for disclosure purposes only, the entity uses the cost model. Okay, simplihan na lang natin. Required ka daw na i-disclose ang fair value kung ikaw ay naka-cost model. Kung fair value model ka, required kang i-disclose at required ka din na i-measure yung investment property mo at fair value. Okay tayo na. Fair value, whether it is cost or fair value model, required kang i-disclose. Okay? Okay, so kung fair value model ka, mini-measure mo siya at dinidisclose. Pag naka-cost model ka, yung fair value, dinidisclose mo lang. Okay? Next, fair value model. After initial recognition, initial recognition natin at cost. An entity that chooses the fair value model shall measure all of its investment property at fair value. Okay, so pag in-up mo ang fair value, hanapin mo lang fair value. Except in cases where the exemptions under PS 40 applies. Changes in fair value are recognized in profit or loss. So, meron kang changes in fair value. So, magre-recognize din tayo ng unrealized gain or losses. So, natin, anong tawag doon? Saan natin siya nilalagay? Okay, sa profit or loss. Doon natin siya nire-recognize. And next, depreciable assets classified as investment property measured under fair value model are not depreciated. Okay. Okay. Siyempre naman, naka-opt ka na nga ng fair value model, i-depreciate mo pa ba? Hindi na, di ba? Fair value model na nga in-opt mo eh. So, hindi mo na siya i-depreciate. Unless, pag ang in-opt mo, cost model, saka mo lang siya i-depreciate. Okay, next. If the fair value of an item of investment property cannot be determined reliably on initial recognition, such item is subsequently measured under the cost model. Ito, gusto mong i-opt na fair value model. Kaya lang hindi mo ma-determine yung fair value niya. Ang gagawin mo? No choice ka. Eh di cost model. Okay. Pero tayo doon although nag-opt ka ng fair value, pero hindi mo nga ma-identify yung fair value niya. No choice ka. Di cost model mo. Okay? Yun lang yung gusto niya sabihin. Next. Number 15. Cost model. After initial recognition, an entity chooses the cost model shall measure all of its investment property at cost is any accumulated depreciation and impairment losses in accordance with PAS 16, property, plant, and equipment. Alam na natin yan. Pag cost model, dine-depreciate mo. Less accumulated impairment losses. Okay, ano pa? Transfers. Ito na yung pinag-usapan natin kanina. Okay, transfers to or from investment property shall be made when and only there is a change in use evidenced by, okay, owner-occupied ka dati, ita-transfer mo na siya as investment property. Ito, mali. Commencement of owner-occupation. Mali. For transfer from investment property to owner-occupied. Okay, investment property siya noon, gusto mo na lang siyang gamitin sa production. Magiging owner-occupied siya. Okay, so paano? Ito na lang. Letter B. Commencement of development with a view to sale for transfer from investment property to inventories. Okay, investment property siya dati. Gusto mo na siyang ibenta. Gusto mo na siyang gamitin pambenta. O di, simply ito. Yun yan. Investment property to inventory. And last, letter C. Di pa pala last. Letter C pa pala. End of owner occupation for transfer from owner occupied to investment property. Ayaw mo nang gamitin sa production. Gusto mo na lang parentahan under operating lease. Okay? So from owner-occupied to investment property. And last, commencement of an operating lease to another party. Okay? For a transfer from inventories to investment property, imbis na pambenta na lang yung yung land and building mo, gusto mo na lang parentahan to investment property. Okay? So yan, yung mga transfers natin. Okay? So punta tayo sa multiple choice problems natin. Okay? So tanggalin ko muna tong presentation ko. Okay? So punta tayo sa problems, multiple choice. Punta muna tayo sa true or false, page 378. Okay, page 378. Okay, number 1. Sabi dito, an entity may classify assets other than land and or building as investment property. Ano daw? May classify asset. Mali. Bakit? Ang pasok lang as investment property is yung land and building. Okay? So, number 2. So, number 1 is false. Number 2. Tingnan natin yung number 2. The lump sum acquisition cost of land and building need not be allocated to the land and building if both assets are classified as investment property measured under the fair value. True tayo dyan. Anong sense nang i-allocate mo pa yung cost nila kung ang gagamitin mo naman subsequently is fair value model, di ba? Bakit mo pa i-allocate yung cost, di ba? Yun lang yung yung rationalization niya sa number 2. So, number 2 is true. Number 3, in some cases, a building that is being used partly as an owner-occupied and partly as held for rentals under operating lease is presented in the statement of financial position as partly PPE and partly investment property. Yes, true tayo dyan. Diniscuss din natin yan. Number 4, Heidel Company exchanges a piece of land for another land with Sol Company. Heidel classifies the land as investment property. The land given to Sol has a fair value of 20 pesos, while the land received the land received from Sol has a fair value of 24 pesos. Heidel Company paid 3 pesos cash to Sol on the exchange. Heidel Company initially recognized the land received from Sol at 23. True or false? True tayo dyan. Okay? So balik tayo doon sa PPE natin, exchange. Okay? With commercial substance. Okay? Ano yung priority natin doon? Fair value of asset given up. Plus kung meron kang cash, payment. Tama? Fair value of asset given up. So, magkano yung fair value of asset given up dito? 20 pesos. At nagbayad ka ng 3 pesos. So, initial measurement of your land is 23. Tama? Yung fair value of asset given up, which is 20, tapos yung binayad mo na cash na 3 pesos. So, number 4 is true. Okay, number 5. Under the fair value model of PAS 40, investment properties are initially and subsequently measured at fair value. False tayo dyan. Kasi initial measurement at cost. Subsequent measurement is fair value or cost. Okay? Ay, wait lang. Fair value model lang pala yung pinag-uusapan dito. So, initially at cost, subsequent, tama siya, fair value. Kaya lang, mali pa rin yung statement. Nasabi niya initially at fair value, hindi initially at cost dapat. So, 5 is false. Number 6, under the fair value model, gains or losses resulting from changes in fair value are recognized in profit or loss. Yes, true tayo dyan. Kakatapos lang natin pag-usapan yan. So next, number 7, investment properties measured under the fair value model are not depreciated even if the asset is depreciable. For example, building. Tama tayo dyan, inop mo fair value model. So hindi mo siya i-depreciate. Okay, 7 is true. Number 8, transfers to or from investment property shall be made when and only when there is a change in use. Yes, tama tayo dyan. Okay, nag-change ng use di dapat palitan mo yung classification niya sa balance sheet mo. Okay, so number 8 is true. Number 9, during the period where the company reclassifies a building that was previously used as office space to investment property, where company shall apply PAS 16 until the date of reclassification. Anong istorya nung number 9? Okay? Ginagamit niya yung property, owner-occupied. Gusto niya daw i-change to investment property. So ano daw? So, PAS 16 siya initially until or before reclass. Okay? So, shall apply PAS 16 until the date of reclassification? Yes. PAS 16 ka until the date of reclassification. Okay? So, true yung number 9. Kasi nga, di ba, owner-occupied siya. So, PAS 16 siya muna at the date of reclassification. So, number 9 is true. And 10, Tupper Company replaces the escalator in its building that is classified as investment property. The newly installed escalator has cost of 1 million, while the carrying amount of the old escalator was replaced in 200K. Tupper Company shall recognize loss of 800 on the replacement of the old escalator. Mali. Ang i-recognize mong loss yung 200. Bakit? Gumastos kasi ako ng 200 noon Edi useless lang kasi papalitan ko siya ng 1 million. O, di ba? Ang loss ko dyan, hindi 800. Ang loss ko, 200,000. So, number 10 is false. Okay? So, 10 false, 200,000 dapat ang loss. Okay? Problem number 2 tayo, classroom discussion. So, which of the following would be reported as investment property? Okay, letter A, property that is being constructed or developed for another entity. Contractor ka dyan, hindi yan investment property. Okay, so A is false. Ay, false to. A is wrong. B, property that is leased to another entity under a finance lease. Wrong din, dapat operating lease para maging investment property. Okay, letter C, owner-occupied property awaiting sale. O, awaiting sale na owner-occupied, PFRS 5 ka dyan, non-current asset held for sale na yan. Diba? So, hindi siya investment property. Property available for lease. Yes. Diba? Pero hindi siya clear kung operating of finance lease. Pero ang best answer dyan is delta. Okay? Okay. So, yung delta, hindi yan 100% true Okay? Best answer lang yan sa number 1. Yung delta. Bakit? Pwede kasing lease ang gusto niyang palabasin, finance lease. O, di ba? Pero kasi yung letter A to C, 100% false. Okay? Yung delta, 50% true, 50% false. Okay? So, ang best answer dyan is delta. Okay tayo dyan Kang palilito. Minsan, trinitrick ka lang talaga ng problems. Okay? Hindi ko sinasabing absolute true ang D kasi hindi papasok as investment property kung pina-finance list mo siya. Okay? So, hindi siya absolute true. 50% true lang yung delta. Yung A to C, absolute false yan. Absolute wrong. Okay? So, huwag tayong papalito sa mga tricky questions. So, number 1 is delta. Would be. Okay? So, number 2, which of the following is not a characteristic of investment property? Say natin. Held to earn rentals or for capital appreciation or both? Yes. Operating lease. Pinaparentahan natin. Next, generate cash flows in conjunction with other assets. Mali. Nag-generate ka ng cash flows, stand-alone ka lang. Diba? So, ang false dyan, alam na natin, letter bravo. Letter C generates cash flow independently. Tama tayo dyan. Nag-generate siya independently. Okay. So, next. Includes only land and building. True din yan. Tama yan. So, ang best answer sa number 2 is letter bravo. Hindi yan investment property. PPE yan, yung letter B. Okay, number 3, select the incorrect statement. Letter A, investment properties are intended for long-term amortization while held for sale assets are non-current assets for immediate disposal. Yes, correct yan. Okay, so, diniscuss na natin yan. Letter B, when the fair value of an investment property becomes indeterminable, the fair value model is foregone. Ano daw? Becomes indeterminable. Okay? The fair value model is foregone. Hindi, pwede ka pa rin mag-opt ng fair value model. Kaya lang, di ba? Kaya lang, hindi na fair value gagamitin mo. Cost na. Costless, depreciation, less accumulated, impairment, losses. So, incorrect letter B. Tingnan natin yung letter C. Investment property. Investment property is held for acquisition or incidental operation while owner-occupied is used in the entity's main business operation. So, tama yung C. Investment properties are not held for sale. True yan. Inventory kasi yung held for sale. When inventories are held for sale in the entity's ordinary course of business, true yan. Kaya ang best answer, bravo. Okay? Incorrect. Number 4, ABC has the following assets on December 31, 20X1. Bullet point number 1, factory which due to a decline in activity is no longer required and is now being held for sale. O, DPFRS 5, non-current asset held for sale, yung 200,000. Bullet point number 2 sa number 4, farming land purchased for its investment potential, planning permission has not been obtained for building construction of any kind. Okay, ano daw? Farming land. Investment property ba yan? Yes, investment property yan. Okay? Maki, for its investment potential, planning permission has not been obtained for building construction of any kind. Hindi mo pa alam kung saan mo gagamitin. Tama? So, investment property, yung 700,000. Okay, bullet point number 3, tignan natin yung 1 million. Factory in the process of being constructed on behalf of the government. Contractor ka dyan, PFRS 15. Okay, so hindi siya investment property. So, new office building used as head office which was purchased specifically in the center of a major city. Ano daw? Ginamit sa operations. And the PAS 16. Tama? PAS 16. So, magkano lang yung investment property natin sa problem na yan? Okay? 700,000. Okay, number 5. ABC Company owns a building. A portion of the building is being rented out to various tenants under operating leases. Okay? Investment property. Tama? Rented out under operating lease. While the remainder is used as office space. Ano siya? PPE. Okay. Each portion of the building can be sold separately. How? Okay, can be sold separately. So meaning to say, identifiable yung portion ng investment property at ng PPE mo. Okay? So, anong classification niya? How should ABC Company report the building in its statement of financial position? Ay di partly investment property and partly owner-occupied. Bakit? Identifiable kasi. Tama? Kung ilan yung ma-recognize kong investment property o kaya PPE. Okay, kaya best answer letter C. So, number 6. ABC Company is primarily engaged in the business of towing ships. ABC Company, ilang problems pa. ABC Company is primarily engaged in the business of towing ships. ABC Company owns 2 buildings. One is used as head office and the other is being rented out to various tenants under operating lease. So, di partly owner-occupied, partly investment property. Tingnan natin. The building being rented out has 40 units. Okay? May 40, ito na lang, 40 yun. Sabihin na natin yung building may 40 na floor space. Okay? However, only 39 units are actually available for lease. ABC Company retain 1 unit for administration purpose. How should ABC Company report the building that is being rented out in its statement of financial position? Tingnan mo, yung ginagamit for administration purposes, 1/40 lang. So, insignificant yung portion ng PPE. So, paano natin siya i-recognize? Dahil insignificant yung portion ng PPE, we will recognize this building as investment property in its entirety. So, best answer is letter bravo. Okay? As investment property in its entirety. Bakit, sir, ulit? Bakit, sir? Kasi nga, insignificant portion yung ginagamit mo sa operation. Okay? For administration purposes. 1/40 lang. So, i-recognize mo siya as a whole. Okay? Dahil ang significant portion is yung investment property, 39/40. Okay? So, ano siya? Investment property as a whole. So, letter, bravo. Number 7, ancillary services. Sabi dito, according to PAS 40, investment property when ancillary services are provided to the occupants of a property held, the property is classified as investment property if services are, okay, kung insignificant yung ancillary services to the cost of the investment property. Saan yun? Saan yung insignificant? Okay, so letter bravo. Insignificant to the arrangement as a whole. Okay? Investment property siya. Pag insignificant yung ancillary services. So, bravo yung number 7. Okay, number 8. Investment property is initially recognized at dali-dali yan. Bonus na bonus yan sa quiz or exam. Cost, letter alpha. Okay, punta na tayo sa problem solving. Number 9. Okay, wait lang. Pin natin. Pin na ba? Okay. Number 9, on January 1, 20X1, Horror Company acquired a building for 1,200,000. Professional fees for legal services and property transfer taxes incurred on the acquisition amounted to 50,000. Startup costs incurred amounted to 20,000. Operating losses incurred before the planned level of occupancy of the building is achieved amounted to 120,000. Materials, labor, and overhead incurred for repairs and renovation of the property before it was put to leasable condition amounted to 200,000. Abnormal amounts of wasted 60,000. Ang tinatanong, how much is the amount of investment property recognized on January 1, 2020? Okay, so isa-isahin natin. Number 9. So, tinatanong initial measurement. Okay, so magkano yung acquisition cost natin? 1,200,000. Plus, ano yung unang amount na sinabi na dyan? Okay, transfer taxes incurred on the acquisition. Okay, so kasama ba siya? Yes, kasi cost in bringing the asset in its present condition yan. So, plus 50,000. Next, startup cost. Generally, ang startup cost, di ba, hindi siya kina-classify as part of the cost of the investment property. Ina-expense natin ang startup cost. So, hindi kasama si 50,000, ay 20,000. Okay, next, operating losses, hindi rin part ng cost ng investment property. Okay, hindi kasama yung 120. Materials and labor, okay, ginamit mo siya for renovation, so kasama siya, 200,000. Okay, abnormal losses, kasasabi natin, kaka-discuss natin kanina, hindi siya kasama sa initial measurement ng investment property. So, magkano ang initial cost or yung cost on January 1? So, 1.2 plus 50 plus 200, 1,450,000. Choice letter, wala. Number 10. Number 10. May tatlong requirements. Okay? Meron siyang tatlong requirements. A, B, C. Requirement number 1, compute the total amount recognized in the December 31, 2007 statement of profit or loss. Okay. So, simple lang siya. At December 31, 2007, profit or loss, so meaning to say, ang pinapahanap sa'yo yung unrealized gain or loss due to the changes in fair value. Tama? So, magkano yung total fair value natin at December 31, 2007? 28M. Tama? Less yung fair value niya beginning ng December 31, 2007. Magkano yung fair value niya beginning? So, 10 million at 15 million. So, magkano yung total niya? 25 million. Okay, 28 million less 25 million, meron tayong 3M na unrealized gain na i-report sa profit or loss. Simple lang, di ba? Ang dali-dali. Isa din to sa mga madadaling topics, okay? Investment property. So, huwag ka problema sa P3 mo. Okay, next. Compute the amount of compute the total amount recognized in the December 31, 2000 statement of financial position. Ay, Chong, nakalimutan kong sabihin. Fair value model to, kaya nagko-compute tayo ng unrealized gain or losses. Okay? Pag cost model yan, syempre hindi natin kino-consider yung changes in fair value. Okay, cost model kasi. Kasi problem na to, fair value model. So, kino-consider natin yung changes in fair value na i-report natin sa profit or loss. Okay? So, yan. So, 3 million unrealized gain. So, compute for the total amount recognized in the December 31, 2007 statement of financial position. Simple lang. Magkano yung total fair value as of December 31, 2007? Fair value model kasi, edi 28 million. Tama? 20 plus 8 million. Letter C, provide the adjusting entry on December 31, 2007. Edi simple lang. Debit. Ano na yung security to? Debit, investment property. Yung increase in fair value, 3 million. Credit, unrealized gain, 3 million. Simple lang. Number 11. Number 11. Use the information in the preceding problem except that the entity uses the cost model. Okay? Cost model daw. Compute for the total amount recognized in the December 31, 2007 statement of profit or loss. Naka-cost model daw. So ano yung i-report natin sa profit or loss? Hindi yung changes in fair value. Ano yung depreciation expense. Okay. Pamayan So meron tayong, sabi dito, the original cost of the properties was 9 million each. So total cost no investment property mo, 18 million. Divided by yung useful life, ilan yun? 10 years. So magkano i-recognize mo sa profit or loss cost model? Hindi yung total depreciation expense ko, magkano? 1,800,000. Okay. Fair value, changes in fair value. Okay. Cost model, depreciation expense. Next, compute for the total amount recognized in the December 31, 2007 statement of financial position. Okay. Meron tayong 18 million na total cost. Tama? Bakit 18 million, sir? Dalawang 9 million yun. So 9 million plus 9 million. Less yung accumulated depreciation nila. Magkano yung accumulated depreciation nila? O ilang years nang lumipas? Ilang years nang nagagamit yung property? So, na-acquire siya January 1, 2005. Tinatanong December 31, 2007. So, magkano yung accumulated depreciation natin? Okay, so 18 million less accumulated depreciation. 18 divided by 10 times, magkano yung accumulated depreciation? Ilang years na? 2005, 6, 7. So, 3 years. So, 1.8, okay, 18 million less accumulated depreciation, 18 divided by 10 times 3. So, 18 million divided by 10 times 3. Accumulated depreciation is 5.4. Less cost. Makukuha mo yung carrying book value. Okay. Carrying book value natin, na i-recognize natin sa statement of financial position is 12,600,000. Okay. Kano na investment property natin, cost model, 12,600,000. Fair value model, 28 million. Wag kang papalito cost model, dine-depreciate. Fair value model, tinitingnan mo lang yung changes in fair value. Okay, adjusting entry, di simple lang, debit, depreciation, expense. Magkano? 1,800,000. Credit, accumulated depreciation. Magkano? For the year lang, kaya 1.8 lang yung adjustment natin. Okay, number 12. Okay, close ko muna yung cam ko para hindi maabak ng data. Number 12. Which of the following instances demonstrates a change from owner-occupied to investment property? Okay? So, ginagamit mo siya sa operations mo dati. Ngayon, gusto mo na siyang gamitin investment property. Okay? Number 12. So, commencement of development. Ito na lang. Start tayo sa letter D. Okay? Best answer dyan, D. End of owner occupation. And commencement of a lease. Dati, ginagamit ko siya sa operations, pero ayoko na ipapa-rent ako na siya. So, ang best answer dyan, from owner-occupied, ano yan? To end of owner occupation and commencement of a lease. Yan yung best answer sa number na yan. Okay, so number 12, delta. Ginagamit ko siya noon, ipapa-rentahan ko na siya ngayon. Okay, so delta. Number 13, which of the following does not indicate a change in the use of property, land, and equipment. Does not indicate change in the use of property and therefore does not cause a transfer to or from investment property. Okay? Investment property to investment property, ang gusto niya lang tanungin dyan. Okay, una, the entity decides not to use anymore an office building and starts advertising the building for lease. May change. Tama? Kasi from owner-occupied to lease to investment property, yung letter A. So, mali yung A. B, the entity starts using for administrative purposes a building that was previously leased out. So, investment property to owner occupied, yung letter B. Ang hinahanap natin, investment property to investment property. Tama? Yun yung gusto ng problem. So, tingnan natin yung C. A real entity decides to sell a building that was previously leased out without developmental. Ano daw? Decides to sell pa lang. So, hindi mo pa siya trina-transfer to inventory. Okay? Ano sa dati? Investment property. Na-transfer mo na ba as inventory? Hindi pa. Decides to sell pa lang. Tama? So, ang best answer dyan is 13. I see, 13. Ang best answer number 13 is letter C. Hindi mo pa kasi na-transfer to inventory. Okay? So, investment property to investment property pa, yung letter C. Tingnan natin yung D. The entity starts the construction of a building that will be rented out on a vacant lot that was previously held in inventory. So, inventory to investment property might change. So, yung ABD might change ng use. Yung C, walang change ng use. May intention ka lang to sell, pero hindi mo pa na-change in use. Okay? So, best answer is letter C. Okay, punta tayo sa number 14. Number 14, ang tinatanong, provide journal entry under each of the following independent cases. Okay, ano yung mga independent cases natin? A, B, C. Number 14 to. Okay. So, meron kang building, 5 million, accumulated depreciation 4 million. Magkano ang kanyang carrying book value? 1 million pesos. So number 1, ABC uses the fair value model for investment property. The building has fair value of 800,000. Okay? Ano daw? Wait lang. Break time. Okay, sana tayo na. Okay, number 14, provide the journal entries. Anong gusto niya daw? List out the building that was previously used as office space. Ano daw? Owner-occupied sa dati, gagamiting investment property. O di simple lang, tanggalin natin yung building sa letter A, credit. Cost ng building, credit building, 5 million. Okay? So, debit, investment property, magkano na siya ngayon? Fair value model kasi eh. So, investment property, magkano siya ngayon? 800,000. Okay? Debit, accumulated depreciation, magkano? Ay, accumulated, 4M. No? So, 5M less 4.8, meron tayong loss. Tama? Impairment loss. Okay? But impairment loss, mas mababa kasi yung fair value kaysa sa carrying book value. Tama? So, may impairment loss. Magkano? 200K. Okay? Well, may impairment loss, sir. Mas mababa nga yung fair value eh, kaysa versus the carrying book value. So, may impairment loss. Number 10. Ay, number 10. Letter B pala. Sorry. Letter B. Sabi dito sa letter B, tinatanong, so tapusin natin lahat. Letter B, uses the fair value model for its investment property and the revaluation model for property, plant, and equipment. Okay? So tanggalin natin yung fair value ng or yung cost ng building. So debit, building, ay credit building, bakit? Gagamitin ko na kasi siyang debit investment property. Okay, so magkano yung cost niya? 5 million pesos. Okay, magkano yung fair value ng investment property natin? 1,400,000. 1.4 million. Okay, so 1.4 million, meron tayong, tanggalin natin yung accumulated depreciation. So magkano yung accumulated depreciation? 4M. So 4M plus 1.4, meron tayong 5.4. Yung tira, revaluation surplus. Okay, sabi kasi dito, in the revaluation model for the, so revaluation surplus. Okay, so magkano yung revaluation surplus? 400K. Okay, next, letter C. ABC uses the cost model for both of this investment property, plant and equipment. The building has fair value of 1.4 million. Simple lang, cost model. So, huwag mong pansinin yung fair value niya. Okay, so magkano yung investment property natin? Cost model. E di kung magkano yung carrying book value niya. Ano, tanggalin muna natin yung cost ng building. Kasi hindi na siya owner-occupied ngayon, 5M. O, debit, accumulated. Cost model daw. O, di mo kung magkano yung carrying book value niya, doon natin siya i-measure. Magkano yung carrying book value? 1 million pesos. Sir, bakit 1 million, hindi po yung 1.4? Cost model nga eh. Okay? Pero kung fair value mo, dahil ang gagamitin mo, debit, investment property, 1.4 million. Okay? Hindi tayo dyan ha. So next, punta tayo sa exercises. Dito na tayo magtatapos. Okay? So number 1. So marami na tayong illustrations ha. So number 1. Kati ng ilong ko. So number 1. ABC company has the following assets on December 31, 20, X1. Okay? Compute for the total of investment property. State the classification of the items not classified as investment property. Okay, isa-isay natin. Land held for capital appreciation. Siyempre, investment property. 200,000. Okay? Ano pa? Land held for currently undetermined use. Wala kang paggagamitan. No? The investment property plus 700,000. Land held for future plant site. Okay. Meron tayong 1 million. So, saan mo i-classify yung 1 million? PPE. Kasi future plant site gagamitin mo sa operations. Next, land held for sale in the ordinary course of business. So, may inventory tayo. Magkano? 100,000. Building rented out under finance lease. Okay, yung finance lease not under, okay, hindi siya investment property, hindi rin siya asset liability yon. Finance lease liability, magkano? 1,900,000. Next, building rented out under operating lease. O yun, kasama siya, investment property, 800,000. Ano pa? Equipment lease out. Equipment yan. Although nilist mo under operating lease, di siya pasok sa investment property. Bakit? Ano lang dapat ang pasok sa investment property? Land and building. Equipment yan, so hindi siya kasama as investment property. So magkano yung total investment property mo? 800 plus 700 plus 200, 1.7 million. Okay, PPE, 1,050,000 and so on so forth. Number 2. So tinatanong sa number 2 is case 1. If the investment property is subsequently measured under the cost model, how much investment property net of depreciation is shown in the year end? So case 2, dun sa number 2, tinatanong fair value model, what is the year end adjusting entry? Okay. Bago natin i-measure yung bago natin siya i-measure subsequently, identify muna natin yung initial measurement niya. Okay? So, magkano yung initial measurement niya? So, meron tayong initial cost or acquisition cost, 1,200,000. Titling cost. So, kasama siya. Capitalizable expense yan. Startup cost, hindi siya capitalizable expense. Tama? Siya kasama. Operating expense, hindi rin siya kasama. Ay, operating expense. Operating losses, hindi rin siya kasama. Hindi siya capitalizable expense. Okay? Repairs and renovation, yes, capitalizable siya, plus 200,000. Okay? Abnormal amounts of wasted, di kasama yung abnormal losses, di ba? Hindi natin siya kinakapitalize. Pinag-usapan natin yan kanina. So, magkano yung initial cost natin? 1.2 plus 50 plus 200. Calculate na lang para sure. Plus 50 plus 200, 1,450,000. Case number 1, anong tinatanong? How much? Cost model, how much is the investment property? Okay. The renovation and repairs were completed on the first week of July. Okay, so kailan natapos? Kailan tayo mag-i-initiate or kailan tayo mag-i-start ng depreciation? Di July 1. Okay, July 1. Kalahati na ng taon. Okay, so ito. So magkano yung cost niya? O di simple lang, 1,450,000. Hanapin natin yung depreciation expense for the year divided by ilan yung taon niya? 10 years with no residual value. So 10 times 6/12. Sir, bakit 6/12 yung depreciation? Kasi nga mag-start ka na depreciation July 1, nakalahati na ng taon. So magkano yung accumulated depreciation mo? 1,450 divided by 10 times 6/12. 72.5. 72,500. Okay? So cost 1,450,000 less 72,500. Magkano yung carrying book value mo? 1,377,500. Okay, 1,377,500. Next, tinatanong how much? What is the year-end adjusting entry? Di simple lang, magkano yung fair value mo magkano yung initial cost mo? 1,450. Magkano? Case 2 pala, number 2. So magkano yung fair value mo ngayon? 1,450. Di meron kang loss. Magkano? Debit unrealized loss. 50,000. Bakit 50? 1.4 na lang siya ngayon. 1,450 yung initial cost niya. Okay? So, unrealized loss, credit, investment, property. 50,000. Okay? So, magkano yung investment property ko ngayon? Hindi 1,450. Magkano na lang? 1,400. Bakit? Yun kasi yung fair value niya ngayon. Okay? So, pag fair value model, 1.4 million. Pag cost model, 1,377,500. Okay? Number 3, Kobe owns company. So, Kobe company owns 100,000 square meter mall. The rentable space is 80,000 square meters. However, a 10 square meter space is occupied as an administration office and as payment outlet. The carrying amount of the building is 10 million. How much would be classified as owner-occupied property? Tingnan mo 80,000 square meter yung property. Ang ginagamit niya lang as PPE is 10 square meter out of 80,000. So insignificant yung PPE niya. Nakuha mo? Insignificant yung PPE mo. So how much daw yung i-recognize mong PPE o owner-occupied property? 0. Kasi lahat i-recognize mong investment property kasi insignificant yung amount ng PPE. Okay, tayo doon Okay, number 4, Popovich owns an 80% interest in Spurs company. During the year, Popovich rented out the building to Spurs. As of year-end, the building has a carrying amount of 1.2 million. In the consolidated financial statements, how much would be presented as investment property? Ano daw, rented out to Spurs company, hindi yan investment property. Owner-occupied yung buong 1.2 million. So magkano daw ang i-report mo as investment property? 0. Owner-occupied kasi lahat yan. Okay, punta tayo sa number 5. Okay, yung number 5, diniscuss na natin yan doon sa previous problem. Okay, ikaw nang bahala kung paano compute yan. May example naman tayo So, diniscuss na natin yan doon sa previous problem, yung number 14. So, bahala ka na dyan. So, punta tayo sa number 6. Number 6. Metallic included in Pantera Company's inventory is a land with carrying amount of 1 million on December 31, 2009 when the fair value of the land. Okay? As 9:30, Pantera Company decided to lease out the land rather than sell it or the investment property. Pantera Company is the fair value model for investment property. What is the entry to record the transfer to the land to investment property? O, di simple lang, fair value model, i-recognize natin yung debit investment property 930. Okay? Fair value eh. I-recognize mo at fair value. Debit investment property 930,000. Okay? Pagod na eh. Okay, credit kung magkano yung cost ng inventory. Okay, land. Okay, di credit. Land. Ay, inventory pala yung land. So, credit, inventory. I'm so sorry. Credit, inventory. So, magkano yung inventory niya? 1 million. At meron tayong loss on transfer. Kano? 70,000. Okay, next, number 7. On January 1, 20X1, Dream Theater Company, a real estate company, decided not to lease out anymore its building but rather sell it. Okay? The building will be sold in its current state and that no redevelopment will be necessary. The building has a carrying amount of 1 million and a fair value of 1.1 million. What is the entry to record the reclassification of building? Ano daw? Not to lease out but rather sell it. Take note, a real estate company siya. Yeah? So wala tayong change in use. Binibenta niya talaga yung real estate. Okay, so wala tayong transfer. So number 7. So, no entry tayo dyan. Okay? Bakit? Real estate agent talaga siya. Real estate company siya. Nagbebenta talaga siya ng land. Ay, building pala. Okay? So, wala tayong change in use dyan. Okay? Wala tayong gagawin. No change. Number 7. Number 8. On January 1, 20X1, Steve Moore's company decided to redevelop its building that is classified as investment property. Ano yung initial use niya? Investment property. After the redevelopment, the building will continue to be held as investment property. What is the entry to record the reclassification of building? Hindi pala siya mag-change in use eh. E di wala tayong i-reclass. Okay? So number 8, none. No entry. Okay? Wala tayong i-reclass eh. Kuha mo yun. Investment property siya noon, investment property pa rin. Hindi walang change. Okay, number 9. Base company uses the cost model and the straight line depreciation for its property, plant, and equipment and investment property. On December 31, 20X1, Base Company decided to transfer a building classified as investment property and acquired 4 years earlier for 6 million to owner-occupied property. Ano yan? Investment property to building o OPPE o owner-occupied property, sabi niya. The fair value of the property on December 31, 20X1 is 4 million. What is the entry to record the reclassification of the property? Di simple lang. Number 9. Okay, investment property, magkano yung carrying book value niya? Gumagamit daw siya ng cost model. Okay? Gumagamit daw siya ng cost model. So, na-acquire mo 4 years earlier yung property 6 million. So, ilang taon mo siya dine-depreciate? 10 years divided by 10. So, annual depreciation, 6 million divided by 10 times kung ilang taon mo na siya ginamit, 4 years. So, magkano accumulated depreciation mo? 6 million divided by 10 times 4, accumulated depreciation times 4, 2,400,000. Okay? So, anong entry natin? Ano siya dati? Investment property. Di credit investment property for the cost. Tama? Magkano yung cost niya? 6 million. Debit, accumulated depreciation. Then accumulated depreciation, 2,400,000. Magkano i-recognize nating building? Building ba? Parang sinabi. Okay, gawin na lang natin. Building. Okay, building. Magkano? Ito yung carrying book value ng property. 6 million less 2 for 3,600,000. Okay, wala siyang sinabing ano kasi. Ayun, meron pala to transfer a building. Tama. Debit building from investment property to owner occupied. Okay? So, cost model, hanapin mo yung carrying book value ng investment property. Number 10, okay, during 20X1, Dave Laru Company incurred 1.5 for direct materials, 1.2 for direct labor, and 1 million for overhead in the self-construction of a building to be held as investment property. Okay? Dave uses the fair value model for its investment property. The construction was completed on December 31, 20X1. Prepare all the necessary journal entries. So, di simple lang, debit investment property for the total cost. Okay, magkano yung initial cost ng investment property mo? 1.5 plus 1.2 plus 1 million. So, magkano siya? 3,700,000 credit, cash. 3,700,000. Anong model natin? Fair value model. So as of December 31, anong adjustment natin? Debit investment property for the increase of the fair value. Increase in the fair value, 4 million na siya ngayon. Dati siyang 3.7, 300,000. Credit, unrealized gain, 300,000. Number 11, Thrift Company has 5-story building with a carrying amount of 4 million. The first 2 floors are being rented out to tenants under operating lease. The rest are used as office space. Ano daw, may 5-story building, yung 2/5 daw ginagamit as rental to tenants under operating lease. So 2/5 yung investment property. So yung 3/5 PPE, owner occupied. Okay? The fair values of the condominium units are approximately equal in that they can be separately sold. Okay, they can be separately sold. O di, pwede nating hatiin yung cost ng investment property at PPE. Okay? How much is classified as investment property? Di simple lang. Kung magkano yung tawag doon, kung ilan yung floor space na nako-consume niya times yung cost niya. So 2/5 times 4 million. So magkano yan? 2/5 times 4 million? 1.6 million. Okay. Dali-dali, di ba? Parang kahit di ka na mag-review. Number 12. Okay, number 12, Burton Company owns a building being constructed. Sabi dito, okay, Burton Company provides security and housekeeping services which are included in the rentals charged to tenants. The building has a carrying amount of 1.2 million. Leasing is not a primary business of Burton Company. How much would be classified as investment property? Ano daw? Nagpro-provide siya daw ng ancillary services which are included in the rentals. Okay, under operating lease. So, yung building, wait lang. I-set up muna natin yung istorya. Si Burton daw, meron siyang building, pinaparentahan niya daw under operating lease. O di investment property siya initially, di ba? Burton Company provides security and housekeeping which are included in the rentals charged to the tenants. Included na daw. So, ibig sabihin, irrelevant na yung ancillary services. So, lahat ng cost na in-incur mo doon, okay, part ng investment property. The building has a carrying amount of 1.2. Leasing is not the primary business of Burton Company. How much would be classified as investment property? So, hindi daw leasing. Ito leasing is not the primary business. Kung ang primary business niya is leasing, okay, nagpaparenta talaga siya yung 1.2 PPE. Okay, nagpaparenta, ng services eh. Tama? Pero ito yung hindi niya daw primary business yung leasing. So therefore, yung 1.2 is investment property. Anong tinatanong niya? Magkano yung investment property? 1,200,000. Okay, number 30. Ganyan kasimpleng tanong pero medyo tricky siya. Okay? Ang magbabago yung sagot mo dyan kung ang business niya talaga nagpapalis. Hindi na siya investment property. Okay? Yun na talaga yung source of income niya. So, PPE siya. Okay? Ito kasi hindi niya primary business yung pag-lease. So, investment property, yung 1.2 million. Yung mga ganyang problems, akala mo tama ka na, pero yun pala, mali ka pala. Okay? Mga maliliit na words lang. Mga na-overlook mo. Okay, next. How much is the net gain or loss recognized? Take note, December 31, 20 x2. Okay. 13. December 31, 20 x2. Tingnan natin. An entity purchased an investment property in January 1, 20x1 for 40. The property has an estimated useful life of 6 years. Immediately after the purchase, the entity insured the property for 3 million pesos. Okay? The annual insurance premium is 120,000. Tinatanong, how much is the gain or loss? Okay. So, on December 31, 20x2, the property was destroyed by fire. The insurance company approved the entity's insurance claim only on October 10, 20x3. Take note kailan na-approve yung insurance sa problem na to? October 10, 20x3. So, wala tayong, anong tawag doon? Wala tayong pakialam doon sa insurance na 120,000 at insurance na 3 million. Okay tayo na. Wala tayong pakialam. Ulitin natin. Kailan lang na-approve yung insurance? October 10, 20x3. So wala tayong pakialam doon sa insurance na sinabi niyang 3 million at 120,000. Bakit? Ang tinatanong, profit or loss sa December 31, 20x2. Yung insurance, October pa eh. So wala tayong pakialam doon as of December 31, 20x. So, hindi siya kasi adjusting event sa sa end natin. Tawa mo? Okay, so magkano daw yung loss? Okay. So nasunog lahat. So tanggal lahat ng cost ng investment property. Credit investment property 4.2 million. Okay? Debit accumulated depreciation. Magkano? Ilang taon mo na siyang dine-depreciate? So ito. 4.2. Okay, 4.2 divided by 6. 4.2 divided by 6. Ay hindi, 20x na pala. So 2 years na yung accumulated depreciation. So 4.2 divided by 6 times 2, accumulated depreciation 1.4 million. Okay, loss on fire. Walang sasalo na insurance. Bakit? Kano yan? 2.8 million. Walang sasalo ng insurance. Bakit? Ulitin natin. Kailan lang siya na-insure? October. Okay? So as of December 31, wapakels tayo doon sa insurance. So dyan nagtatapos yung discussion natin sa investment property. I will provide another video for tomorrow na lang siguro for topics na, yung last remaining topics natin, intangible assets and impairment losses. Thank you so much.